Hi, this is Kevin from Let Me Tech You, and in today's video, I'm going to be going over how to secure your Azure CLI login credentials and how to prevent possibly getting hacked. If you use Azure CLI, what they use is called the Microsoft Authentication Library, and basically what it does is when you log in, it gives you like a session token to be able to continue log in and run the commands that you need over a period of time. And with that, there's some vulnerabilities that can come about if you were to lose access to the folder where those tokens are stored. So I'm going to show you just a quick video on how that can happen and how to prevent that. So I'm going to go into my session here. So I have two sessions, and one's a Linux server that's on another host, a VM, and then this is just my local Mac instance here. So as you can see, if I go Azure AZ VM list, so I have Azure CLI installed. And if you don't have it installed, just go to Microsoft's website here. You can install it on your instance of choice there. So you can see I'm not logged in here. And then if I go on my instance here, I'm not logged in here either. So there's a folder called, we just do ls-a, and there's this .azure folder where this token gets stored. So I'm not logged in yet, so that cache token isn't in there. Now you can look in there and see that, you know, it's empty here now. So let me go ahead and log in. So AZ login, and then it's going to open up a session, and then I'm going to minimize this window here so it doesn't bring up my subscription keys and stuff when I log in. And then I'm going to pause that real quick here and then clear that out and bring it back up. Okay, so I'm logged in here, and if I go back to the terminal, so if I do an AZ VM list, I don't get that error that I would have gotten before when I did that. So I am officially logged in. If I do an AZ VM list here again, I'm still not logged in. But let's say, you know, you upload your some files to, like, say GitHub, or your computer gets compromised, or someone was to gain access to your computer without you knowing, and you had logged in and your session is still valid. I'm going to do just a quick, example of if I was to copy that over to another VM. So I'm going to copy this to my other instance in my home directory. And right now you can see I have something in there, but there is nothing. Well, there's stuff inside of it, but it's not logged in, and the information's stale. So there's some profiles, but but if we look inside this one here, it's actually, yeah, we see we got some, MSAL, HTTP cache, and then my token cache, and we have none of that in here. So I'm going to copy all that over to the other instance and log in. Oop. Shoot grad. Oh, I'm out. Let me go one directory back. Let's go one directory back, and then let's run that again. So everything got moved over. So if we do another ls, we can see everything that's in there now. So this is now, imagine someone had copied your file over to their PC, and I can do an AZ VM list, and you can see now I don't have any VMs running, but basically I'm authenticated in without having to log in. Now I could actually even start creating stuff on your account. So now I could go AZ group create Let's go -L for location, Central US. And then I'm going to create a resource group called hacked resource group. I'm going to minimize this and let's open up Firefox and let's go to our portal. And if we go to our resource groups, we should have a resource group here in a second called hacked resource group. Sometimes the portal is a little behind. So there we go. So now your account is officially compromised when that happens. And one way to get around that is to just make sure that you're not uploading your, any tokens to like repositories. Making sure that you're being more assertive in, who has access to what as far as identities and, rotating keys and things like that. So if I go back to the portal here, so I'm back in here and I can actually, let's do a clear on this. So if I do an AZ logout, let's see. Let's do an AZ VM list again. Let's see what happens. Okay, so it says you need to log in and let's see what happens on this one. I'm still logged in. So those session keys are still there. So that's another thing. Like if the session is still live, that's why even with your browser, like if you close out of your terminal session, doesn't necessarily mean that your browser session, as you saw, I was able to go to my browser and be able to log in as well. So it's great to check to make sure you're clearing cache, things like that, making sure you're not logging in on public computers or machines that you're not familiar with working from, to prevent things like that. So I can do an AZ logout here. AZ VM list. And I'm officially not logged in again. So again, that's just a quick little tip to make sure you're always securing your Azure CLI credentials to prevent you getting someone from running up a bill on your Azure subscription or your company or personal projects getting compromised. Again, check out my site, letmetechu.com. Leave me some, please like and subscribe and push the bell for those notifications. I'll be putting up more videos like this. Again, thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you next time.